So when I came to college, I didn't really know what to expect.
When I came to college, I didn't know anyone.
I am from my hometown, which is here. I go to school where I live, yeah.
Being thousands of miles away from home was terrifying.
I came into college like with the mentality that like I wasn't gonna talk to anyone that I knew previously. So I was really worried about what my roommate was gonna be like.
I was so worried that we were gonna hate each other.
It was about like, oh god, we're gonna hate each other.
That we were gonna be totally incompatible.
She's gonna kill me at night when I'm sleeping and it's gonna be awful.
I was with my friends and we immediately stalked her for a solid 30 minutes on Facebook.
I first got like her name that I knew like she was gonna be my roommate. I immediately Facebook stalked her, immediately. And like for the next like 45 minutes I was just like, I need to know everything about this person.
When I got here, I was walking into the dorms the first night I was staying here, and this girl was standing there, and we looked at each other and we realized that we were roommates. We had arguably the most awkward elevator ride upstairs ever.
And like we rode the elevator up to the 4th floor and it was awful. It was so awkward, and I was just like so scared that it was gonna be like that forever, like until the end of the year.
When I first walked in and saw her Daft Punk poster, I was immediately terrified that our musical tastes were going to be completely different.
When Jordan and I first talked about our music tastes, she mentioned this guy named Malcolm, and I literally had no idea who that was at all.
I was terrified of Cassandra when I first met her.
I was too.
Because she's so tiny and feisty, and like I was scared of her.
I was terrified of Jordan because Jordan is a really like confident person, and like she like dresses really great, and like she's from like Portland, so like obviously like,
well, you're from Austin, so it's
I know, but like Portland is way different, and like she's just like, she was really cool, and I was like, God,
hey,
I'm never gonna be friends with her.
And we spent about the first month in silence.
Pretty much.
First
we
month,
would
yeah.
the only things that we would talk about would be our bathroom experiences, and as weird as that sounds, like we've had really weird bathroom experiences.
We have. And then I think at the end of September, Cassandra asked me if I was going to Austin City Limits, and we started talking about music. And that was pretty cool. So that was about the longest conversation we ever had. The first time we really ever hung out, we went with our friend Miriam to try and find Ryan Gosling, because people were saying that he was on campus, and so we were like, we're gonna find Ryan Gosling. So we ran around looking for him for like an embarrassing amount of time.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was pretty bad.
But yeah, we bonded over Ryan Gosling.
We did bond.
It's always the thing that happened, that could happen.
After that, we really just started hanging out a lot more, and we became really close.
We realized we had a lot of things in common, and we liked a lot of the same things, and we had like the same sense of humor, and it just worked out really well.
Lamborghini Mercy, yo chick, she's so thirsty.
One thing that was really important was that even though we didn't necessarily like all the same things, our attitude about everything was exactly the same. I guess for me, the moral of the story is that it is entirely possible to be the best of friends with your college roommate. And you always hear horror stories about college roommates, but you could get as lucky as Cassandra and I did and get someone who is genuinely a great person that you really get along with. And there is hope that you will love your college roommate.
So you always hear that you're either going to love or hate your college roommate, and in the beginning it's kind of in the middle because you really don't have an opinion about them, but as you get to know them and formulate an opinion, like you never know, you can either like love them or like hate them, or they can become like your new best friend like us. So I guess what we're trying to say is just talk to them and get to know them, and if you don't like them then that's okay, but if you do then you can have a new best friend.
You know what my favorite face is that you make, Cassandra?
What?
This one.